welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another planning video, and yeah, it's on a topic that was a little bit confusing to me last year, and it was on FastPasses, and it was the whole tier system, and you know, the categories that they had, and it was really confusing to me last year. So this year I sat down with some cast members and really tried to get a true understanding of how that whole thing works for some of the parks that have that, and just wanted to pass it on to you guys and see if it'll be helpful to someone else. So before we get started though, let me show you. Yep, here is my countdown board. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. 108 days. That's all we have left. 108 days. I mean, I think the last time we did a video, it was like 134 days. So yeah, here it is, my little countdown board. Still counting down, and it's not long now. So just wanted to show that to you. Still working hard trying to get that done. So let's just dive right into the FastPass thing. And I want to just start out by saying, for those just starting out at Disney who may not have a clue, what a FastPass is. A FastPass is the ability to secure a time frame that you can go to a ride or an attraction or a character meeting, whatever the case may be, and use a totally separate line other than your standby line to enter that ride. And usually it's way faster than standing in the standby line. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. This year is a good example of the Flight of Passage ride at Pandora in the Animal Kingdom Park. Even the FastPass lane or line was really a long wait from what I've seen and heard. I haven't been there yet, and I hope by the time I get there it's cooled off a little bit. But yeah, so in a case like that, I mean, what can you do? So it certainly would probably be still better than waiting in the standby line. And two, depending on what time of day you choose for that, or time you get that FastPass, it could be a time where it's more popular and the FastPass line might just be a little bit longer. You might pick a time where you walk straight home. So, but it just varies. But any way you look at it, it's still way better than standing in the standby line. So that's what a FastPass is. And yeah, my husband was like, can't we just get one for every ride? And I was like, are you serious? No, then everybody would want one. So, but anyway, he loves the FastPasses. Okay, who can use a FastPass? Anyone who has purchased a Disney World park ticket has the ability to use the FastPass system. And you'll see, I'm looking at my notes, you know, once again, I don't want to miss nothing, because I did call and I talked with cast members and I got the information that I'm sharing with you. So I want to make sure I say everything correctly and that it's helpful. So yeah, anyone who has a Disney World ticket can do the FastPasses. And what that does is, when you buy and purchase your ticket, whether you're staying on property or not, you can book 3 initial FastPasses before you even go to Disney World, before your arrival date for your vacation. You can go on and online to My Disney Experience through the DisneyWorld.com website, and you go to My Disney Experience. If you're not staying on property and you don't have an account, let's say, as far as like a resort or whatever, just make sure you create a profile in My Disney Experience, and you want to go through that, and you can book all of your FastPasses, even if you're staying off property. And the 3 FastPasses that each person gets, you get 3 FastPasses per person, per day, per each park. So you get 3 for Magic Kingdom, 3 for Epcot, 3 for, and if you're doing, or 3, and like if you're a park hopper, if you want to mix it up, and I know it might be a little bit of confusion to you who are just starting out, but if you want to mix it up and do park hopping, then you can use those 3 FastPasses at 3 different places, I guess. But for just simple reasons, I do Magic Kingdom one day, Epcot one day, and I still may hop around, but I generally will put all my FastPasses at Magic Kingdom for that day, and then after I do those 3, if I want to do something else, I do. But you get those 3 initial FastPasses, and if you're staying on a Disney World Resort property, it's a 60-day ahead of time booking window that you can use. So like if you're staying in a property in a resort, you can book your FastPass online 60 days before your arrival to Disney World. Then if you're staying off property, you know, that's not anything to do with Disney World, like at the Holiday Inn somewhere, you can book your FastPasses 30 days prior to arriving to Disney World. So there are advantages to staying at Disney World property. You get a whole 30-day advance over everybody else. So, but anyway, so that's the thing. If you have a Disney World park ticket and you want to use the FastPass system, you can, and you can book 60 days if you're staying in a resort ahead of time, and then 30 days ahead of time if you're staying off property. Okay, if you're staying off Disney property, you can only book, okay, I've already said that. Oh, I made a note. I know why I said this, why I put this on here. I was making a note to be sure to tell those who are not staying on property to create, you know, make sure you have a profile in the My Disney Experience on DisneyWorld.com, and that way you could go in and make your FastPasses as well. Okay, so how do you book your FastPasses? Well, the easiest way to book it is online, just like we were talking about. You go under My Disney Experience, you just go through the FastPass process. It'll take you through. It's real easy to follow, and you just book your FastPass that way. The second way is you can actually use a kiosk. Now, of course, you can't do this for your first 3 initial passes, but if you wait till you get there to make your FastPasses, or after you've used your FastPasses that you originally made, you can still go to a kiosk out in the parks and do your FastPasses that way. So that is totally, you know, up to you once you get to the parks, but of course the easiest way is to just take out that phone, go to My Disney Experience, check all the FastPasses, book it, use your Magic Band. It is the quickest, easiest way to do everything. And also let me add that I am only talking about Disney World right now. I know that Disneyland may be similar, other parks, Disneyland Paris, I'm sure they all have FastPass systems. I've never been to any of those parks, so Disney World's the only one that I can really talk about. And so that's what we're going over, being able to use your Magic Band and being able to use a ticket if you need to. Okay, so then let's see, you get your 3 initial FastPasses that you can use, and we all want to book those 3 as soon as we can. And once you arrive to the parks, you want to go ahead and, you know, it's really a great idea, strategy wise, to go ahead and try to book your FastPasses as early as possible. So like, you know, if you could book them like early in the morning, like 9, 10, whatever, somewhere in that range, you still got the rest of the day to keep doing FastPasses. And you know, they book up. So, you know, the quicker you can use your first FastPasses, the quicker you can book another one. And that leads me to my next point. You have to use those first three initial FastPasses. You have to use those up before you can make another FastPass. And you can't just use your first one and then, oh, I've used one, I've got 2, so I can go do another one for 3. No, it don't work that way. Once you book your first 3, you have to use all 3, and then you get to go make another FastPass. And with saying that, you can only book one more FastPass after you do the 3 at a time. So you've used the 3 up, you initially book for the day, and then you're ready to go book another one. Well, you go book that one, and you have to go do that attraction or ride or whatever before it'll let you book another one. So you're just 1 at a time after that. You can't do 3 more at a time any longer. You do the first 3 initially, and then it's 1 at a time after that until the park closes. So, and another little hint here is, which I've seen a lot of people come across watching other videos and stuff, and I actually experienced this, we experienced this last year also. If you book a fast pass for something, and either A, you decide not to go there, or you want to do something else, or whatever the situation may be, you go in there and cancel that fast pass, because it won't let you book another one until either you use it or until it expires. Because when you're booking your fast passes, are in a window of time. So like if you're going in and you're going to book your very first fast pass, and just say you want to ride the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and you're like, oh, here's all these things. Well, they start giving you windows of time, which are like an hour long. So say you just book a 9 to 10 o'clock fast pass. What that means is, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, you can arrive for that fast pass, and you can either come at 9 o'clock in the morning, or you can come anytime until 10 o'clock. So it's a fast pass from 9 to 10. So you can come in at any time during that window of time. So, that's what I meant by expiring. If your fast pass expires, say at 10 o'clock, you can go ahead and make a fast pass even though you didn't use that fast pass. So either your fast pass has to be used or expired, or you have to go in there and cancel it in order for you to go on to make another fast pass. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your fast passes. Okay, and so we talked about the window of time. For the rides, it's like an hour of time. The cast member did tell me though, if you do fast passes for shows, he said that it's a window of like 20 minutes instead of an hour. So keep that in mind. I've never done a show yet, so I don't know, I can't say for sure, but that's what the cast member told me on the phone. Also, just so you know that this question has come up. I've watched videos from other YouTubers about this, and I asked a cast member about this as well. I know in one particular video that I watched, I've seen how people either arrive early or late to a fast pass, and they want to know if they can still get on that ride even though they're early or they're late. I think in some videos you might see that in the actual parks, cast members do allow that variance there. But I asked the cast member on the phone about that, and they said that technically they can only say you can ride a ride between the time of the fast pass, say from 9 to 10, if that's your time, 9 to 10, you have to be prepared to ride between 9 and 10 o'clock. However, they did say that if you do arrive ahead of time, or if you arrive later than your fast pass, it really is up to the discretion of the cast member that's working that particular fast pass line. That some people do let you come in early, some people do let you come in a little later. So it's really kind of left up to that cast member whether they're going to let you in early or late, how much early, how much late. I've heard you can come up 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after. So it's really just left up to the cast member that's working that line. But technically, from Disney's point of view, you should be there between 9 and 10 o'clock if that's your fast pass time, you know, within that hour of time. So I wanted to be sure to mention that too. That's all about just your basic fast pass. Here's the part that was just so confusing to me. Magic Kingdom is easy. Magic Kingdom, you go under Magic Kingdom's park to do your fast pass. You can pick any ride you want for your first 3 rides, and that's it. Easy to go, no problem. It don't matter how big the ride is, how popular the ride is. You pick 1, 2, 3, and you're done. With the other 3 parks, the Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, is completely different. They have what you call a tiered system, and that is what confused us so bad last year because we didn't know about this system. So we were online trying to book these fast passes, and we were like, why is it not letting us do these 2 rides together? Well, learn my lesson big time. So basically what that means is you have categories at each park, so to speak. So you have a category 1 and you have a category 2. Your category 1 is like your really big popular rides, the ones that most people want to ride. Your category 2 are the ones, well, it's the rest of them that fall into that category. So I'm gonna put a list here of, if I don't do it here, I'll do it down in the box below. But here's just an example. Let's look at Animal Kingdom to begin with. At the Animal Kingdom park, you have, well, they might call it category A and category B, either 1 or 2, whichever. There is actually only 2 category 1 or category A rides at Animal Kingdom, and you can almost guess what they are. It is Avatar's Flight of Passage and the Navi River Journey. Those are the only 2 big category 1 rides at Animal Kingdom. Everything else falls into category B or category 2, you know, the second level, which would be your Dinosaur ride, Expedition Everest. You would think that would be a big one, but it's not. It's in category B. The Festival of the Lion King, Finding Nemo the musical. I'm not going to list Kilmanjaro Safari, Rivers of Light. All of those are in category B. So you can book either, for an example, well, let's just use Animal Kingdom as an example. You're on the very first day you get to make a fast pass, and you're at the Animal Kingdom section and you're ready to do it. You can only do 1 fast pass out of category A. The rest, the other 2 for that day initially have to be out of category B. So category A, you can either choose Flight of Passage or the Navi River Journey. So those are you got to make a choice out of those 2. You cannot book both of them in the 3 that you have to do. You can only book 1. So you pick the one that you want to go to. Most people would probably pick Flight of Passage because it's really the most popular, I think. And then you can choose out of that other list that I just named out 2 more. And once you use those 3 fast passes at Animal Kingdom, you can go back in on your phone and you can do more, or 1 more at a time. So that's how it works. You've got your category A, your category B, and you can only choose 1 out of category A for the day, and you can choose 2 out of category B. And so that's how the whole thing works. So it was really hard for us last year because we kept wanting to book 2 big rides together, and I think it denotes that on the website, but we really weren't very savvy about that whole sign in and do your thing online. We've never done it before. We never watched any videos on how to do it before. So it was a little bit confusing for us, and so, but that's where, you know, you just got to understand at Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, you've got the tiered system. You've got a category A and a category B of rides. Your most popular ride, your big rides are going to be category A. You can only make 1 fast pass in that category for the day, initially. And then category B, you can make 2 fast passes. So that makes your 3 for the day when you initially do your fast passes before you go to Disney World. That's how it goes. And so, and I will do, again, I'll probably list it somewhere, the list. I did find a list. I don't think it's officially from Disney World. I think it's from a secondhand site or whatever. But just to give you an idea, I'm looking at Epcot. At Epcot, category A, which is, you can only make 1 out of category A initially. You've got Frozen, Ever After, the fireworks show of Illuminations, Soarin', Test Track, And that's it. That's the only category A at Epcot that I've got listed. And the rest are category B. And then for Disney Hollywood Studios, category A would be like Beauty and Beast Live, Fantasmic, the Great Movie Ride, which is not going to be there, so scratch that. Rock and Roller Coaster. And this is what is so funny to me. Tower of Terror is not category A, it's category B. So you could actually book Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror on your first 3 initial. Of course, if you get there fast enough and book it, and you know, whatever, you'll have to choose your times. But and you know, the rest falls into, you know, and of course they're saying like the Slinky Dog that's going to be in the Toy Story Land or whatever, it's coming up soon, it'll be a category A. Anything new is going to be category A. You can just count on that. So basically that's it. That's what I'm trying to say, and that was why it was so confusing to me last year. I was like, why is this not letting me book this? And so looking at it now, I can kind of understand the big rides that everybody wants to ride. It's just really hard to accommodate everybody. And so so anyway, the rule is you can do 1 fast pass from category A, and you have to do 2 fast passes from the category B. So that's how that whole system works with the tier system. So I hope that helps anybody else. It sure helped me trying to talk about it, and you know, I discuss everything with the cast members and whatnot. And so real quick, I just want to tell you also, when you're planning your fast passes, you know, I didn't do this last year, and it, you know, we didn't really. This year we're doing a better dining plan than we did last year, so it's allowing us to have breakfasts at the parks and you know, do more things there. Clearly also, if you guys don't plan breakfasts in the park, if you do, try to plan them as early as you can so that you're already at the park when the line goes down. You know, like when they drop the rope, you're inside. So that takes half the walking out. So what I've done is I went on and I got my map. I should have brought that out and showed it to you. But I got my map out of my planner, and you can look at it online too. You don't have to just use whatever's in your planner, but just as long as you're looking at the map. I scouted out where all the breakfasts were going to be that we're planning to go to. Let's take, for example, when we go to Epcot. When we go to Epcot, we're planning to go to the Garden Grill. Well, I was excited to find out the Garden Grill is right there in, like, where the what do you call it, the living with the land is. And so you've got Soar in there, you got Living with the Land there. And so my strategy is I'm not going to book a fast pass for something that I'm like 2 steps away from. So, and our breakfast is like at 8:30 in the morning. So our plan is to just go straight to Soarin' as soon as they let us, get in line. Even if there's a line, you know, it should be very, very short. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm planning, you know, I try to look at where you're going to be. If you're going to be doing breakfasts in the park, try to do a little bit of strategy. Don't waste a fast pass on something that you're already going to be at and can get in fairly fast. So that's what I did. I went back and I looked at where all my restaurants are going to be, what time we were going to be in the park. Could I get on that ride fairly quick without using a fast pass? If so, I'm going to use a fast pass somewhere else. So this year I just used, you know, a little bit more common sense this year in planning our dining plans and planning our fast passes. Although I haven't been able to book my fast pass yet, it'll be next month that I get to start booking my fast passes. But I just wanted to be sure to have a strategy and know what I want to do before that time gets here. So I've been looking at my fast passes. That's why I wanted to go ahead and start this whole video and get you the information that might help you as well. So yeah, definitely work your strategy. And also I actually printed out, I know you can't see this, but this is a printout. I went on the Walt Disney World website, and this is a printout of all of the park times of opening and closing when we're going to be there. So that was important to me, because also it tells you magic hours, like extra magic hours. So it's going to help me plan whether I want to plan a particular breakfast or dinner. Do I want to wait till a different time to try to go ride something? I know you can't use FastPasses during extra magic hours, but you know, it makes a difference whether you know you're going to be there for some extra time or not. And also, you know, it allows you to know what time the park opens in relation to when your breakfast is or when your dinner is. Because like I'm going in December and the parks open and close probably a little bit different than they're doing right now in the summertime. So I'll put this link down below where you can go. This link will take you straight to this site, and you can just change your date up at the top. Just make it whatever time you're planning to go, and you can just confirm and make sure of what time your parks that you're visiting on your particular day, what time they're opening and closing. So yeah, so that definitely that should definitely help out a lot. So now the very last thing I want to talk about are the magic bands. Okay, so the magic bands are a huge part of the FastPass system at Walt Disney World. I believe, I don't know if any other park utilizes the magic bands. I'm not familiar with the other parks. Again, this is just for Disney World that I'm talking about, because that's the only place I've ever been. But your magic bands, anybody that's staying on a Disney property who has purchased tickets staying on the property will get magic bands free. Well, it ain't free. It's part of your purchase price. And you will get, you and whoever else is in your party will get a free magic band. Now, last year in December when I went, this is what the box looked like. And I will show you this stuff a little bit closer once I'm done with the video. And these were pretty straightforward, just straight bands. I don't know if you can see that. It might be blurry. But it was just the straight bands that you can buy or get. And we chose to decorate ours last year to make them fun, and just making it fun and exciting. And so you use your magic band to get in your room. You can link everything to your magic band, any of your purchases. We never had to take money out of our pocket for anything. And so I loved it. And when we were shopping, if we were paying for a meal that was not on our dining plan, we used our magic band. You use your magic band for your FastPasses. It was wonderful. I love it. And so everybody who has a park ticket, who is staying in a resort, gets a magic band. And now, if you're if you're staying off property, you don't get a free magic band with your park tickets, but you can purchase one and utilize it just like everybody else. So keep that in mind. The cast member did tell me that you can purchase one if you want to. So that is available for those staying off property as well. If you don't purchase a magic band, you'll just use the FastPass tickets. So that's the only difference, you know, that you'll be doing. And I want to show you, you saw how the magic bands look for 2016. And so for 2017, they changed. And so I don't have mine from our vacation yet, the new 2.0. I haven't got those in the mail yet. We won't get those till a couple of weeks before we go to Disney World. But I have purchased a couple of new bands that I'm super excited about. And I'll show you what they are, and I'll show you these up closer. I got two Dooney and Burke magic bands. This one is a walk in the park, I believe that's what they call it. It's just the Mickey Mouse one. And then this is the new Haunted Mansion Magic Band. So I love these, and they are the 2.0. So you can see it's much larger in the center. This middle portion can be taken out and put in various different what things that you can carry around your neck, a lanyard, on your like a keychain kind of thing. And I'll show you these up closer after we get through talking. And here's the one for the Haunted Mansion. It's real pretty in purple. Love that. And but yeah, these are the new 2.0, and then we'll get actually 2 free ones for booking our vacation at Walt Disney World and staying in the resorts too. So and of course I'll do an unboxing on those when they get here. But that's the difference between last year's Magic Bands and this year's Magic Bands. And again, I'll show these up close at the end so you can see them up close and see the difference. But the 2.0 to me, I just lifted up and felt of them. They're just as light as the ones could be, a little bit lighter. And yeah, they're going to be a little bit bigger on your wrist in the middle, almost like a watch would be. So I don't think it's going to be bad. I like it on my arm. I think it's the most comfortable for me, and I think it'll be the easiest way to access everything is on my wrist. So but yeah, with your Magic Bands, your FastPasses are all linked onto your Magic Bands. And so when you go to a ride, an attraction, or whatever, you just put your little Magic Band up and to the Mickey, and it scans it, and it brings you right in. So that's awesome about the Magic Bands. And of course, don't be worried if you're not actually staying on a Disney resort or in a Disney resort. You can always purchase one. You can go on eBay and get one. You can go on Disney, well, of course the Disney Store has Magic Bands. Disney Parks app, the shopping app, they've got Magic Bands there. There's so many ways that you could get it. You can get them when you get there, but you want to make sure you get it linked up to your account so that all your FastPasses and everything that's on your account will show up on your Magic Band and you can utilize it. So gosh, I feel like I have talked about so much right now, but I hope this has helped someone. I hope that if you have any questions, just let me know. I know we've covered a lot. You get your Magic Bands and you'll be so excited. Just don't forget about your FastPasses. 60 days early for you know, resort guests. If you're not staying in a resort, it's a 30-day advance that you can start booking your FastPasses. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I hope, again, this was super helpful to somebody, because I really, you know, it's helped me a lot, just trying to do a little bit more involved research about it. And I feel so much better about it. I'm going to be ready to go when it's time for me to book my FastPasses. And I'm going to have my plan down. I'm going to know exactly what I need to do. So, yep. That's it. I just want to thank you again. I'll be linking everything, well, putting the links for everything down below, where you can go check your park openings. I'm going to put a list somewhere of all of the parks that are category A and category B, and all the rides for those parks, so that you'll have an understanding on that. And yeah, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.